The EU's strong relationship with Ireland has underpinned many of the divisive negotiations over Brexit, yet a political commentator has suggested the Emerald Isle is bending to Brussels' whims. The border between Ireland and Northern Ireland has been one of the more contentious issues during the Brexit negotiations. After Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced the Internal Market Bill, Ireland's Taoiseach Michael Martin was quick to side with the EU in condemning the controversial proposal. The President of the European Council, Charles Michel, said last week that the bloc stands with Ireland, especially when it comes to the implementation of the Withdrawal Agreement and Northern Ireland Protocol. The Internal Market Bill, if it passes into law, will undermine the Withdrawal Agreement's Northern Ireland Protocol by ensuring there is unfettered access between all four UK nations after Brexit. The proposed legislation therefore infuriated the EU as Northern Ireland was supposed to follow the same trade regulations and the Republic to prevent violence returning to the border. Throughout the Brexit negotiations, the EU has tried to look after Ireland's interests, leading some critics to acknowledge the Emerald Isle's diplomatic abilities. The Economist called it a superpower nation back in July and noted, the EU's position on Brexit was shaped by Irish diplomats. The Guardian also claimed that Ireland's influence over the EU's Brexit stance is immense. However, commentator Brendan O'Neill dismantled this claim and suggested Ireland had actually just let the EU get its way. He explained that Ireland is currently being hounded by European institutions over its corporation tax policy, because it has the second lowest corporation tax in the EU. Writing in Spiked, in July, Mr. O'Neill also pointed out, a country deeply indebted to foreign forces, Ireland still owes an eye-watering €180 billion, £163 billion, to the EU, is not a superpower. A country that the opinion formers of the capitalist class can pat on the back for being a star pupil, because it has masochistically slashed its economic ambitions to please big banks in other countries, is not a superpower. Such a country is not even truly sovereign. The truth about Ireland in the modern era is that it has allowed much of its political and economic life to be recolonized, to be bent to the whims and needs of an external power, not Britain this time, but Brussels. The Economist also warned, a crackdown on Ireland is still brewing if the nation does not increase its tax laws for corporations, contradicting the idea that it is a superpower. Ireland's debt has been a source of concern for some time.